We have so much hope. What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit YourPlaymat.com and use code ITRESOLVES10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. Welcome everybody, it is challenge week once again. I know it has been quite a while, so if you don't know what this is, allow me to refresh you. Essentially what we do is we task our amazing community with a card, and that card is your build around card. We give you a format and we ask you to make some creative lists featuring that card. Now what we do is we take 3 submissions, we play them on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday, each with different deck creators, and pit them against each other, and the one that gets the most wins out of 3 games is the winner, and they get a free mystery proxy pack, normally only available to our Patreon members, but we thought, yeah, let's give it a chance for everybody else as well. So I'm really excited to get into this one. This week's challenge submission is Necroduality, one of the brand new cards here from Crimson Vow, and it is a doozy. So allow me to read it. Necroduality, 3 and a blue enchantment. Whenever a non-token zombie enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Now, the idea here can go in many different directions, but we have got BreadedNFried, and BreadedNFried is a longtime member of our channel, and he created quite an interesting little list here. There is an infinite combo that we're going to be shooting for. As you can tell, a lot of the deck is very control based. We've got some spell pierces, some sealaways. We've got Supreme Will in here, Settle the Wreckage, Memory Deluge, Doomscar, all the good control elements. But you'll notice we've got a little Wisp Weaver Angel here at the top. Now, this is a really interesting card. It's a 4/4/4/6 with flying. Doesn't sound that good, I know, but when it enters the battlefield, you can exile another target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Now that seems pretty cool. We can bounce something, hopefully get an extra hit off of Necroduality, but what if we have Arcane Adaptation out? That makes everything a zombie. And if we've got 2 Whisper Weaver Angels, or we've got one out and we play another one, with Necroduality as well as Arcane Adaptation out, we actually have an infinite combo where we get an infinite number of zombies, infinite bounce off the Whisper Weaver. Now, this is a May ability, so we do have the ability to stop it at any time, which is very crucial. BreadedNFried, thank you for thinking of that. And that's it. It's pretty straightforward. The whole deck is focused on basically controlling the game until we can get to that. Now, we do have Moonblessed Cleric. This is also another way to get those enchantments that we need out of our deck as a 3 of here. So very interesting, well thought out list. I'm very excited to try this one out. We do have Castle Ardenvale in here as well. It's just an extra win, as well as Castle Vantress. We also get to feature one of the new cards, Overcharged Amalgam, a 3/3 for 4 flash flying exploit. When it exploits, counter target spell activated ability or triggered ability. Very, very good for kind of breaking somebody who's trying to break open the combo. So if they're trying to counter something on the way down, or kill something on the way down, whatever it might be, Overcharged Amalgam hopefully will be able to come in and counter that. So let's give it a shot, guys. Let's see what we can do. Breaded, thank you so much for the submission. Let's see if you can get some wins, my friend. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1. And yeah, I mean, I think this is an okay keep. It's obviously a bit slow, but we'll do the best we can with it. Hopefully have a good time regardless. I should also mention the format for this one was historic. So the idea is that the deck had to be historic legal to be able to make this. If you do want to submit a deck for this, we've actually got multiple ways to do it now. It used to only be in Discord. We're trying to open that up to other areas as well, just to make sure that everybody has a chance to participate. We want to make sure that we've got as many people as possible. We did get some new submissions this time around from some new individuals, which I am excited about. All right, taking a hit, that's fine. Let's throw this out there. Very curious to see what we need to do here. It might just be countering a thing. That seems very unexciting, but we do have this out. I guess we'll take the opportunity to play this now. Let's name Zombie. We do want to name Zombie at this point because of the Necroduality. The idea is every time we play a creature with that, we're obviously going to get a little bonus. So let's see what we can do here. I kind of want them to commit, like overcommit. We've got the Settle the Wreckage in hand here that we might be able to kind of get them with. So we'll see what we can do. There's the Righteous Valkyrie, which is absolutely terrifying. Yep, get in for the attack. Fair enough. I mean, that's about all we can do. We're just passing. I really hope they just attack in with everything. That would be ideal. They do gain plenty of life here, which is terrifying. Yep. All right. I mean, they gotta go for the win, I imagine. Yep. They're going to be smart about it, though. They're only attacking with the things they need to attack with. That is very, very smart for the opponent. So the reason they do this is to get around Settle the Wreckage so they don't lose out on everything. So very, very well thought out by the opponent there. And let's see what happens. We really need like a Doomscar or a second Settle the Wreckage, I think, here. That's really going to be our only out. There's another Soul Warden. They're going to get the token off of this, which is terrifying. Give me a Doomscar. I mean, Settle is okay. We take those because it is going to buy us a turn, but it's not ideal. Yeah. That's very, very good. Again, opponent really going crazy with this one, which, hey, I mean, more power to them. They've got it. We haven't gotten the... we're not dead yet. That's the trick. Yes, resolve. Pass. Come on. Attack him with everything. Didn't think they would, but you know, you gotta at least hope for it. All right. We'll Settle the Wreckage once again in hopes of getting a Doomscar. Again, a Doomscar would really set us apart. Now, Heliod is still a problem, but they don't have very many cards in hand. So it's going to be difficult for them to rebuild as quickly here. So there is hope. There is hope. Now there's less hope. Yeah, I think that's just us dead then, right? Just dead? I think so, yeah. All right, BreadedNFried, unfortunately we didn't get there this time. We will let them, well, nah, we'll just concede here. Let's jump into game 2. Let's see if we can get it the second time. All right, guys, here we are for game 2, and this is not a keepable hand, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and mulligan here. Now, this is better. It's not great, but we do have the double seal away here, which is actually, I think, pretty useful. We do have the Necroduality as well as the Whisper Weaver Angel. We're gonna keep, I actually think it's the Angel that we have to put back. As sad as that is, I don't want to put that back, but I think that's just what we kind of have to do. Looks like blue, so a little worried about a control matchup here. These sealaways obviously won't do very much in that circumstance, but it looks like that's not the case. Okay, very cool. So I'm assuming they're just gonna equip this bad boy up. No, they're gonna silence Storm Tamer. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's see what we can do then. So let's do this. We can pass and leave up the seal away and do something here in response. So let's do this. Get that out of there. That's gonna hopefully slow them down a little bit. We do want to make sure that we've got extra. Ideally, we just have like a Doomscar, but we're not counting on it. We saw last game how well that didn't work. So let's hope for the best. There's a Healer's Hawk, which is quite good. Okay. Let's throw you out there. And again, we can just pass. Thankfully, again, BreadedNFried did think, you can clearly tell Breaded did a lot of thought, or had a lot of thought behind all of this, and I think it's definitely worth it to counter this. But you can see there's so many like instant speed things that you can just kind of leave up and let things happen, and then see what you need to do, and I think that's definitely the best way to do it. All right. They are out of cards in hand, so there is some amount of positive to that. I think we go ahead and seal away now. The only reason being, I'm going to try and target the Sailor because this is the one that they can just tap mana to draw a card, but they're probably going to sacrifice the Storm Tamer to counter it, which is fine. That just means that we still got a 1/1 out of there, but this is definitely the card we want to kill. Yep. There's Arcane Adaptation. Sure. We'll play this tapped. We're going to go ahead and play the Necroduality here. If we get a Doomscar, listen, if we get a Doomscar, BreadedNFried, we have hope. We have so much hope. Or honestly, just to settle the wreckage. I mean, even a settle would do great. Okay, that's terrifying. We need it now. And we did not get it. We didn't get it. We couldn't do it. That's it. I mean, we're just dead, unfortunately. They've got too much damage. So BreadedNFried, unfortunately, we are 0-2. We've got one more chance to get you a win, my friend. Let's see if we can do it. Let's move on to game 3. All right, guys, here we are for our third and final game. BreadedNFried, we gotta hope we can do it this time. This is not a super perfect hand. The double tapped land isn't great, but we've got some interaction that I feel like is worth keeping. So I'm gonna try it. BreadedNFried, don't hate me because I know this isn't necessarily the best keep, but we're gonna do the best we can. Oh, perfect. Okay, that really, really helps. That's gonna allow us to spell pierce something, hopefully. I'm gonna leave that, actually. I'm not gonna worry about Consider here. I'm curious to know what kind of deck this might be. It might just be like an Is It Burn, it might be a counter burn, it could be quite a number of things. Okay. That's genuinely perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let's seal away on the dragon sprite, or the sprite dragon. Mixing that up. And let's see what the opponent wants to do. Okay, there's the channeler, sure. They're gonna get to surveil. This is okay so far. It's not great, but it's okay. We should be able to settle the wreckage or draw ourselves into something here. Now, obviously here we actually just get to hold up whatever we need to do. We can counter something with that Supreme Will depending on what they play. Sure. I want to let them Faithless Looting as much as I don't want to. I think that that's okay. All right, so they kept the card on top just to draw it. Oh, they had Lightning Axe. Ooh, okay. So we do need to be very careful. Also worth noting, guys, I haven't played Historic in a while. It's been quite a long time since I've jumped into Historic. So this is kind of a new little refresher as we go through these that I'm just not used to. So we will see. Yes, go ahead and take it. I'm gonna do this. Look at the top 4. Wow, okay. I guess we'll just take you. It doesn't really matter. Kind of glad we did that then. And I think we'll pass here. We'll leave up to settle the wreckage. This is gonna get a lot stronger. They've got quite a number of card types in their graveyard at this point, so I'm gonna Spell Pierce. Let's keep them off with some stuff now. And I guess maybe we should have just settled, I don't know, but Spell Pierce probably should have been saved for a damage spell, but that's okay. I kind of want to keep them from drawing, like, that's worth of 2 cards and potentially buffing that channeler, so I don't particularly want to get them where they need to be for that. All right, let's do this and we'll pass. We're going to leave up Settle this time. I assume they just draw another Sprite Dragon at some point. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Yep, that's fine. I'm really curious to see what we end up... Like, I mean, we can deal with the channeler. That's not a problem. They got their land. That's scary. We don't particularly want them to have a land. But I think we go ahead and settle now. This does give them another land, I am very aware, but I think we need to get that gone. The reason being that Surveil trigger is very, very good for them. And so we do want to make sure that basically we're not adding value to everything that they play here. Okay, nice. There's another Settle. I think we just hold up the Settle. we don't have a whole lot else we can do. So, I mean, yes, we can play Necroduality, but no, I don't think it's a great idea. Oh, perfect. Yes, attack me with your Sprite Dragon. This is very scary because the Young Pyromancer is so good at spreading this board out. We also aren't going to hit these with our initial Settle the Wreckage, and so we do want to make sure that we're killing whatever we can kill here. Again, Doomscar, man, that'd be so good. I think we could have had a couple extra Doomscars and been really well off, but that's okay. Settle the Wreckage is doing a pretty good job in this game, I would suggest. So let's get these two creatures out of here. Now they're just left with the Elemental 1/1, which is not a huge threat to us. I mean, eventually it will kill us, but we're not really under that much pressure at this point. The Channeler is going to help them a good bit. Let's throw that out tapped. I'm going to play the Necroduality now. This might be an inopportune time. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. They're most likely going to be able to activate the Channeler and get it in for a relatively strong attack this turn. They've got 2 Faithless Lootings in the yard, so I can only assume that they've got plenty of firepower to make this happen. Okay. They surveilled that into the graveyard, which is kind of interesting. I kind of would have thought they'd want that just to help finish the game pretty quickly, but maybe not. Maybe not. There's a Young Pyromancer. Okay, they got their land into the graveyard, which means these are live. But I think it's good that we're holding up the Settle for next turn. The reason being, getting both of the Channelers off the field at the same time is going to be a lot more helpful than just getting one out and then still having another one to deal with. 3 damage a turn is very relevant in a matchup like this. So we're going to want to be very, very careful with the way we do things. Give me anything. Okay. That's somewhat helpful, actually. So we can play this now. This allows us to still leave up the Settle the Wreckage. We're also kind of signaling to our opponent here that we may not have Settle, because we did play the Necroduality last turn, which is kind of a bit of an odd play in terms of whether you have, if you had the Settle, you might have left it up, but we didn't do that. So let's see what they do this turn. Okay. Perfect. So that's really good for us because we can definitely just kill that. All right. Let's settle. And the great thing about this, it exiles, which means this Arclight Phoenix is not coming back. Unless they had a counter this turn, which I don't believe this deck runs at least very many counters, given that it's mostly a we need to play a bunch of stuff in our turn kind of deck. So I don't think that that's going to be something we have to worry about. They're also running quite low on cards here. I mean, they are down to 22. We've still got double that, 21 even. Now they're getting down to less, so that's quite good for us. Let's hope for the best. They have plenty of land as the downside, so they are going to be able to bring like that Arclight Phoenix back as an example. Let's go ahead and play the adaptation. We're obviously going to name Zombie. And I think we leave this up on defense. We don't need to attack in here. We're not trying to win off of that. I'm very interested to see if this works. So whenever a zombie enters the battlefield, create a token that's a copy. So we actually only need the angel here, I believe, right? So it enters as a zombie, and then we actually get a copy of it. So yeah, that should be okay. We'll see. We can also just bounce this with the angel if we can draw it, which would get us kind of where we need to be. All right. Do they get the Phoenix back this turn? I believe they do, yeah. All right, so they're going to get in for 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, 9, 10, 11 damage, excuse me. So we got 1 turn to do this. Give me something. No. All right. Opponent being kind of silly, and they're just helloing us like crazy. I don't know why they're helloing us like crazy. It's just kind of annoying. All right, so they're trying to be very careful and not play into a Settle the Wreckage because they know we had some card selection on top. So this might play to our advantage here. Oh no! No! Decline. Yeah, they got us. BreadedNFried, man. We didn't get to see the combo. Oh, I hate that. This is annoying. I'm just gonna concede. All right, let's chat about it, Breaded. All right, so BreadedNFried, again, I just want to say a huge thank you. I know you submitted, I believe, 2 different decks, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually double check. Yeah, you did submit 2 different decks. This one really caught my eye. The Infinite combo there was just too good not to try. I did think it would be a little bit challenging to play it, but you had a lot of build potential. You've got a lot of sweepers in the deck, a lot of control elements, some stuff that made it really, really fun. And definitely, especially that last game, there was hope. There was really hope there, so I do appreciate the submission. It was super, super fun to play. Hopefully, again, we'll see what everybody else has to play as well, but hopefully we can get some wins this week. BreadedNFried, unfortunately, that does mean you're probably not going to win it, but that's okay. Good luck next week. We will have our announcement for next week's challenge submission on Wednesday's episode, so do keep that in mind, everybody. Again, if you would like to build a deck, we've got places everywhere that you can do it, so please do check that out. We really, really would appreciate it, and it's great, of course, to have the challenge week back. So thank you guys so much. I know a lot of you guys were asking for it, so here we are. Let's do the best we can. Let's show up strong, and let's be creative. Love you guys so much. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you very soon for some more challenge week videos.